Claudine taped a little segment on how I flip my classroom. I have a student with me today, Sal, actually. I borrowed him from Mr. Ruggieri. Sal's in my flip class piece. So I thought it would be good too, maybe, because I might think it's really good, but maybe the kids don't, and I think Sal's a very honest person. So just real quick, Sal, one thing you noticed different from math this year than previous years.
There is a lot more opportunities to ask you questions if you need it, because we watch our lesson at home, and then we work all class, so there's actually more time to practice as well. Which, I mean, I'm taking this class again, because I failed last time, and this definitely helped me this time.
Yeah, I mean, kids coming out of the intermediate Algebra 2 Trig into Algebra 2 Trig, or kids taking Algebra 2 Trig, I found that the flipped classroom has a bunch of advantages, and again, I can only speak from the math world, but when there is in class, you're trying to create a lesson that fits in the time constraints, and something comes up, kids want to ask really thought-provoking questions, and you ever think to yourself, I don't have time to delve into that one. I only got 3 minutes left, and I have to get through this, right? I don't have to do that, because I can take as much time as I need to teach the lesson. The kids go home and watch the lesson. Then when they come back in, sometimes we might start right with a warm-up, right? If the lesson I think is really difficult, then instead of a warm-up, I start with maybe a recap of the lesson. But every kid in my class has different ability. For example, Sal, he gets it. Sal's off and running. Sal's got something to do. So, do you like the independence of it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, talk to them about maybe what happens in the class, and how is it that you're independent, and what happens then in class?
Well, since it's your responsibility to watch a video at home, then you come here, okay, I understand what I did, I'm already prepared, and then you can work the entire class and practice on what you need, and then if you mess up or you don't know what to do, you can always ask you.
If you get done early?
Oh, if I get done early, you can watch the next video, or you can work on other stuff. Yeah.
So what happens is there's a bunch of stuff to do, and if they finish early, they can actually start on the next lesson. Or he might work with someone next to them that's having trouble. So everyone's kind of working at their own pace. Some of the other advantages that I have, I noticed today, or on Monday, I had to do a mini lesson because I didn't give them a video over the break. And as you teach a lesson, sometimes you get interrupted by kids talking. I never get interrupted by kids talking. Never. I just teach the lesson.
Wait a minute, jokes better in person or on tape?
I save all the jokes for class. But what I found is initially it seemed time-consuming to do, but I got a routine down now, and it's easy to tape and upload. I put a link right on my webpage. Some kids follow me on YouTube, so they get a notification that it's on there, and then they can watch it. I think there's a lot of benefit to watching kids work, and I'm more facilitating their level of understanding on what they're doing. And instead of watching me do problems in front of the class, they do the problems, and I help get them through it. And I think that's a huge difference in math. Yep.
How long is a typical lesson?
Sal?
10, 12 minutes probably.
10 minutes. 10, 12, I'd say 8 to 12 minutes is typical.
How many pounds does the camera add?
How many what? You can see, I think it slims me. Questions, I would love, I was just talking with Robin today. I would love to just take any of my free blocks that I have and just come and help you do a 10-minute lesson real quick. And it's all of those things that you say to yourself, boy, I'm spending all this time on notes, and how many times you say, well, you're going too fast, or you're right. It never goes too fast. They get to go at their own pace. They get to scroll through at whatever their pace is, and then when they walk in class, we're ready to go.
So Ed is going to be available over the next 2 Tuesdays for more in-depth conversation about how.
Where's that link again? On an email, right?
Yeah,
It's right on the staff.
it was on the email I sent out on Sunday, I believe.
And it's Arcadia High School staff.
What? Any other questions though? Legit questions. What if kids don't do it? I think you saw it in the video. What if someone doesn't do it? Well, we all have our own homework policies. In the beginning of the year, my policy is pretty strict. What if kids don't do their homework in the beginning of the year, Sal?
They get detention, you go home.
They have to call home. and they get after school. And there's legit reasons. Kids will come and say, look, my internet was down. Hey, I get that. They never have that answer to me. So, do you have a headphone with you? Yes. Do you have an iPod with you? Yes. Why don't you listen and do the lesson while I'm over here with the warm-up? Now these people are started. Now let me come back over, go back through the lesson with you real quick. You start the warm-up. All right? If it happens multiple times, we have our own classroom management for things like that, just like normal homework. We deal with that on an individual basis. But it allows kids to, if they're sick, do you miss the lesson?
No.
No. After kids don't miss a lesson. Kids on vacation don't miss a lesson. Fire drills don't mess up my lesson timing. We just maybe do a little bit less classwork number. I modify the assignment. So I really like it. I would love to help as many of you try to check it out. Try a lesson. For any topic, any subject, anything. It's really easy to do. And in the library, they have the tripods. In the library, they have the cameras. So you don't have to have all this stuff yourself. It's really easy. I can help you upload and link and all that stuff. And thanks to Mr. Walker for hooking me up with this. And second biggest inspiration was Steve. Steve.
Silverman?
Yeah. Steve was my second biggest inspiration because he was like, I don't care, I'm trying this one time. And I'm like, if Steve's going to do it, then I'm doing it.
So it's going to be available the next couple of Tuesdays, if that's something you want to devote some time to figuring out or dabbing your feet in, okay?
Watch the video, though, of me. Watch that.
Speaking of putting on the weight, I took him down off there. But if you don't want yourself to be seen in the video, there's different mediums that you can use. EduCreations is one. That's an application you can use. Basically, all you see, if you've ever seen a Khan Academy video,
Yeah.
you just hear your voice in the background, and it's just like it's like a screenshot of maybe your smartboard.
I think with Rick, I don't think they see you in your videos, right, Rick? Hear him.
Because one of the things when you use the classroom is you want to use them multiple years. You got to remember your hairstyles, your clothing, tends to change over the years. So you might want to only.
I'm in the progressive movement.
You don't have to be seen in videos.
Yes. Yes.